or Christians. This is a story about hypocrisy. It's a story about betrayal. It is a story about two successive governments using their own citizens to curry favour with another government. And that is absolutely unacceptable. And I could, as many people who've heard me talk before, I could stand here and talk for hours about this, but I'm not allowed to, so I'm going to keep it very short and stick to one point, and it is this: that when we began our campaign 6 years ago to get this law changed in exactly the way that is being advocated today, to stop exactly the kind of things that we're talking about here today happening, we had the support of the entire parliamentary parties of the Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats. There is not one single member of the government today who did not, in 2006, speak for and vote for, on at least 3 occasions, exactly the changes that we want to this legislation. And they promised, both the Tories and the Liberal Democrats, when they failed to do it, and the only reason that they failed to do it was because Tony Blair used his parliamentary majority to stop the changes happening. Both the Tories and the Liberal Democrats promised that if they were voted into power, they would fix this rotten, odious law. And here we are, 2 years on, and all of a sudden, in the way that politicians have of doing so, they seem to have forgotten what it is that they promised. And there's one and only one reason for that, and that is because of their craven subservience to the United States of America. There is no other reason for it. The politicians today, and I single out in particular 4, David Cameron, Nick Clegg, Theresa May and Dominic Grieve, every single one of those who strongly advocated law change and promised to do so, are now saying effectively, well, it's all very difficult and I'm not sure we're going to be able to achieve this. Well, that's rot. You knew jolly well what was wrong with this law 6 years ago, and it is just as wrong today. And it is a travesty that we are standing here today still talking about this. It is huge moral cowardice on behalf of the government, and it is plain lies when they tell you, as they do, that they can do nothing to bring prosecutions against the 4 people that we're talking about today. It is lies when the Attorney General says this is a matter for the courts. The Attorney General supervises every single one of the prosecuting agencies in this country. He could, at the stroke of a pen, ensure that all 4 of these men were dealt with here in this country. He could do that, and you can be damned sure that if we were in America and the boot were on the other foot, that the Americans would do just that. Thank you.